Hi everyone, this is Tanya with Riley & Company. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you for joining me. The first thing I want to say, I know these are pre-taped, but the first thing I want to say is I seriously hope that the person in Michigan that won that Powerball was someone that has walked the aisles of the Great Lakes Mega Meat Show in Novi. How fun would that be to have a fellow stamper just be a billionaire or something like that? That's a lot of stamps you could get, you know? Hey, anyway, I am here today. I've got a brand new release to show you, and we have got a fabulous project from the Kit of the Month to do. And just a reminder, we do have our new discontinue list out right now. Once they're gone, they're gone. So every year we discontinue about 50, 60 stamps because we bring in new ones. So when they're gone, they're gone. Like I said, get in there quick. I'm going to turn you around and we'll get started. You would think by now I'd know how to do this with some program, but I don't. Hold on. The last time I tried this, I kicked myself out of the video mode, so hopefully this time I'll get it right. Oh, looks like we're there. All right. And there we have it. Can you see my little notes to myself here? I'm going to leave it there. All right, for those of you that don't know us, Riley & Company consists of three basic groups. The first group is Riley the Moose, and we have him in approximately 380 some different positions and drawings and images. So I'll show you just a few. I picked out some St. Patrick's and Valentine's since that's kind of the season that we're in. He has a heart. We have doctors and nurses and firemen and him playing in the snow and all kinds of stuff. So there is your St. Patrick's Valentine. Just a little sampling. Next, it's Riley and Company. So his company is his little buddies. We have Simon and Sarah Sloth. And we also have beer and wine. Once you understand the funny bones part of our business, you'll understand why we have beer and wine. But hang on. We have his friends. This is Leroy. It's not Leroy, it's Leroy. He's French. And Tucker the pup. And Felix the cats. And Smiling Birds. And we even have stamps for the backs of your cards. So that is the Riley part. Now, we started a line a few years ago called Funny Bones. And funny bones are just snarky, funny sayings. We are the original home of snark that started this, and it came off of a meme off of Facebook, was the original match lighting idea. So now we have 860 or 880, I believe, different stamps that have snarky, fun little sentiments on it. So some people outgrow childish shenanigans, some of us master them. I put some Bailey in my coffee because, hey, it's Ireland somewhere, right? And we just have a lot of funny, snarky sayings. There are a few serious ones in there. Okay? No vulgar sayings, but we have a good snarky time. So that is Funny Bones. The next piece of our company is a line called Dress Up Riley, and I'm very proud of this line. Dress Up Riley is, if you think about it, think paper dolls. So remember back when we were kids, we had paper dolls. I'm going to get my desk mess cleaned up here so it's easier for me to show you. We had paper dolls. Well, this is like the same thing, only a cuter version. And he has his whole entire line of clothes. I think we have 28 sets now of things that go with him. For example, we have his Valentine St. Patrick's Day sets. So you have a lot of different things in there that you can use for those. You also have hearts and stuff you can use anytime. And they always have a matching die set. And we have a spring set. So as you see, this part of our business has clears and dies that go with the Dress Up Rileys. We introduced a cow, 2 cows, last year, I believe. And These guys have the same body, so all the clothes fit him too. Now, today, remember I told you that we had a new release? I have a new one to show you. I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to show you. But the dress up clothing can fit our other little guys too. So if you see this card, just a little easel slimline card I made, you can put some of the clothes on some of the little animals. This little kilt matches the cow and the moose. I just trimmed it down for Bert. You can put it on Tucker. You can put it on Felix. But this is what you can do with the dress up. I love the dress up line. Now, to show you our fun new release, we have some fantastic release specials for you as well. The first one, of course, is that every order over $25 ships free. So that's the best. When we go through these, I'll show you. We have a Funny Bones pack that you can get all of the Funny Bones that were released for a special price. The Mushroom Lane and stamp combo. Buy the stamp, you get the Mushroom Lane die for like anywhere from $5 to $7 off. And then another dress up set special. So let me show you. These are the new Funny Bones. And I have some cards to show you when we're done. So I will read a few of these to you. My family coat of arms ties at the back. Is that normal? An Irish toast. I love this one. There are good ships and there are wood ships and ships that sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. I love this. Retired, young at heart, slightly older in places. Friends are God's apology for relatives. And I know a lot of people that this would fit at the moment. Today, we celebrate the best decision you ever made. Would that be a great anniversary card? May the wind at your back not be the result of the corned beef and cabbage you had for lunch. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Crafting fills my days and my living room and my dining room, my bedroom, my closets. Is this true or what? Yeah. Raise your hand out there if it does. Yeah. What does it mean when the holy water sizzles when it hits your skin? Asking for a friend. Malarkey. It's Irish for, I hope you can see that. I'm not going to say it out loud in case there are children in the room. You're still a rock star, I whisper to myself as I take my multivitamin and climb in bed at 9:45 or 9 o'clock or 8:30. Anyway, my problem isn't that I buy too many craft supplies. My problem is that I shop faster than I create. This is another one of my favorites. You don't need St. Patty's Day to spot a leprechaun. There are plenty of strange little men everywhere you go. I only buy craft supplies when I need it for a project, or because it's on sale, or I have a coupon to use, or because it's pretty, or because I want it. As you slide down the banister of life, may the splinters never point in the wrong direction. An Irish blessing. That'd be a good one, huh? A good friend is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. And this is so me. For those of you that know me, you're going, yeah. Does anyone else get road rage from pushing a cart through Walmart, or is it just me? Oh, it is so me. And finally, I promised myself I'd do things differently today. So I'm sitting on the other end of the couch. Now I have some fun card samples to show you from that. There we have Friends are God's apology. Isn't that cute? It's one of our little Easter Rileys. Oh, this wasn't in there. I didn't see this one in there. I must not have grabbed it. This is another new one that we have. Everybunny needs some bunny sometimes. Isn't he cute? And I put a little snowball on the bottom, on his little bum. My problem isn't that I buy too many craft supplies. My problem is that I shop faster than I create. And you can see all of these card samples on our website. When you click on the saying, it will have a whole bunch of card samples underneath it. And please feel free to use them and make your own cards just exactly like it. Copy away. As you slide down the banister of life, may the splinters never point in the wrong direction. Here is the Irish toast. The best ships are friendships, and may they always be. Nice little simple St. Patrick's Day for a buddy. And here's my favorite. There are plenty of little strange men to go sorry, let me rephrase that. There are plenty of strange little men everywhere you go. And what I did is I took Felix and our little mini gnomes, and he caught one. I love this card. I just think it's hilarious. Anyway, feel free to copy if you like it. Now that is our new Funny Bones. Remember, there's a special on all 19 of them. It's over 20% off. Now, remember the Dress Up, Riley? And I told you that I had a new one? This is my new little guy. So the first ones were 2 moose and then 2 cows. Now we have, there are not 3 stamps, there's only 2. We have the 2 foxes. However, I gotta find it. In the set also is included these 2 little black whiskers. If you stamp those out and die cut them out and put him on him, he becomes a raccoon. So you have a fox set that you can turn into a raccoon set. And of course, it has its own dies. And of course, all the dress up clothes fit this little pair as well. Now, as far as the dress up clothing goes, this is probably one of the funnest ones. Riley finally gets his own Jeep in his dress up line. Is that amazing? It's a little safari set, and the dies in this set cut out the window so he can pop up through there and he can take his friend Tucker with him, or he can take any of his other buddies with him. This set also comes with a safari shirt and a safari hat and a camera and a monkey and a snake and a meerkat and some binoculars and a frond, little palm fronds, and of course his Jeep. When I put this together, I just used the reverse sides of some grass that I had cut out because it looked more like jungle grass. So that is our new Dress Up Riley release. I am so happy with this. He is just cute as a button. And I think he'd look really cute in safari wear, don't you think? Okay, now there is a special on these 2. If you put them both in your cart when you check out, it will take off a nice little chunk of money for you as well. And moving on to the Mushroom Lane, we started a few months ago offering 3D dies for Mushroom Lane. Mushroom Lane is a series of stamps that we have. There are 24 of them, I believe, that it's a little town. If you go on our website, www.rileyandcompanyonline.com, you will see there's a little town. There's a hospital and a library and, oh my gosh, a store and apartments and all kinds of fun stuff. We have introduced dies that will take these stamps and let you turn them into 3D images. Okay, so we release them about 3 or 4 at a time. So this time we have released the tree stump, the underwater house, and the library. Now let me show you some samples of these. This is the library, and as you can tell, it creates the 3D image. Isn't that fun? It's just foam tape. Super simple. Color your first base piece, which is this white piece here with it stamped on it. Color it really well, take your time, and then photocopy it to do the cutting of the extra layers so you don't have to color it 4 times, right? So here's the library. Here's another version of the library. If you put glossy accents on there, it looks like a window. Here's a tree stump, and as you can see, we've popped it up. And here is the tree stump again. Here is the underwater house. And I called it an underwater house because of this card right here. When I colored it, I started with green and I ran out of ink. So then I added blue and I ran out of ink. So then I added some purple at the bottom and it just looked like an ocean. So I called it an underwater house. And now you know. So this is, oh, here's another library with one of our little gnomes there. And an underwater house. And I think this one lights up. I'm just not sure where it is. And there's another sample. So with the Mushroom Lane series, I know a lot of you out there collect them. If you put the die and the stamp in your card at the same time, when you check out, this set or this set, any of these three, they're only $25 for the stamp and the die. It's a great, great deal. It's a really good deal. Now back, I'm going to show you this. Forgot to show you the card for the little raccoon. Isn't he cute? And I just used the spring set that I showed you before. Isn't that cute? That's Dress Up Riley and the Fox Raccoon new set. And before we go to our projects, I just wanted to let everyone know that we do have some more kits on our website. This one sold out a long time ago. We had made this for conventions last January, almost a year ago, to take to conventions with us, teach at classes, and of course they never happened. So we made kits and we ran out very quickly. We have now made more kits. They're very popular. It's a Funny Bones card kit. You get all 5 of these cards. Everything is pre-cut. Everything is pre-stamped. Everything is pre-embossed. And you get a set of embellishments in this one as well, I believe. Hang on. You do. You even get the little sprinkles for the cards. Okay. And they're all separated out into packets with photographs. So you will know how to assemble them. Very easy and a lot of fun. Grab a couple, grab your friends, sit down and make cards some night. And finally, we have our third in the series of Mushroom Lane 3D card kits. These also come with 3 packets, 1 card each. Everything is colored. Everything is pre-cut out. All you have to do is use foam tape and pop it up and follow the instructions. It even comes with a pack of 3 rolls of foam tape, a bottle of glossy accents, and some stickles. How can you lose? Those sell out awfully quick too. I think we have some of our second series left because we made an overabundance of them, but grab them while you can. Now, let's go to the kit of the month, our craft along kit of the month. This kit sold out so incredibly fast, and I know a bunch of you wanted it. I am so very sorry. We only had a select amount for the kit. It came with a gorgeous paper pad from Echo Park. We would have made more, except we don't have any more pads. So it had this card in it, the "Hey, I love you," right? And that's a Funny Bones saying, "This is my kind of Valentine card. I love you with all my butt. I would say my heart, but my butt's bigger." And this is the card that we are going to make today. This was in your kit, and you open it up, and it says, "Will you be mine?" Okay. All of these pieces, of course, were cut out for you. Now, what I will tell you is that I'm going to show you, okay, I'm confusing myself here. No, all of these are pre-cut for you. The patterns may be a tiny bit bigger because in the 6x6 paper pads, they shrink down what the normal paper would be. And I don't think I have any more. So, for example, this is what the plaid size is on the red and the black in the 6x6. On the 12x12s, they're much bigger. So, but you will have these in your kit so you can replicate the cards that we've made. Now, this is the card that we're going to make. So, oh, I forgot. I made one extra card for a make and take event, and I made it out of the same paper, so I wanted to show you. It's kind of what we're doing today on steroids. So, will you, and then it pops up with a Riley, "Be mine." Isn't that adorable? This was a make and take kit that we have. No, we don't have any more left. And it's because we don't have any more of this paper. Then, as a little project, I just made a little bookmark and stamped the back of it. Handmade by Riley and me. So anyway, there's so many things you can do with these. And now, let's make this card. Okay, so what you will have if you have a kits, okay, I had to change papers out because I didn't have any more of this black paper because we put them all in the kit. So this is what I'm using. Yours will be this color if you have the kit. So all we're going to do is we're going to grab our zip dry, and I'm going to get a drink of coffee real quick. Now, if you've watched me before, you know that I love my zip dry. Whoops, and I just sprayed it everywhere. You know I love my zip dry, and there is a reason for it. Zip dry is fantastic glue. It's like rubber cement, but in a bottle. So all you have to do with it is just put it around the outside edge. Remember rubber cement used to have the little brushes and they were a mess? So this is just around the edge. What I like about it is it lets me set this down here perfectly. Okay. And if I get any on the edges, if you see this little dot, it's okay. It's water that I dropped on it, not glue. It will not come through your paper. And if it squirts out the sides, that's okay. You just rub it off. What it does is it lets me get my borders perfectly straight. And I like to have super straight borders. Now, what if I wanted to use the other side, but I already had it down? If you did this with tape runners, you would have a mess. You would ruin your piece of paper and you just have to change your paper out. With zip dry, watch this. It peels right back off. All you would do is come back. I'll show it to you. I'll show it on this one. And all you do is just rub it off. It's just like rubber cement. And so it comes right back off. There is no glue whatsoever on that piece of paper in that corner. And you just re-glue it on whatever side you want. All right, you can rub it off on this side too, but I just never do. But I do want to keep this side, so I'm going to re-glue it again. Now, after about 2 or 3 minutes, you will never be able to do that because it locks down really tight. So again, I'm going to take it. It'll let you move it while it's on there. And now this is perfect. Okay, now I got the base part. It's very, very simple. I just took a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. So we're going to make an A2 size card. 8.5 by 11. And I just folded the whole thing in half. Then I opened it back up and sat it in my cutter. And I just cut from the top here. This would be an easier way to show you. From the top to the lower right corner. That's how simple that is. Then when you have this piece that you put on, if you want it to cover everything, which I did, you're simply going to just cut 1/4 of a piece of paper. What is it? 5.5 by 4.25. All right. And then just literally slice it down the center. If you see this card, I just did the layer. So it was 5.25 by 4 and 5 by 3 3/4. And I know everybody's trying to write real fast. If you want to email me email me and ask me the sizes for layers of cards, I'll be glad to answer that question. But for now, we are going to glue this guy on. So all you do is just make the regular size and then just cut it down the center diagonally. This we ran through an embossing folder first. And now we're just going to glue it right on there. I suggest you running them through the embossing folder before they're embossed, if you're going to make more. Okay. Now we are going to grab one of our big hearts. Okay. And the will you. And we're just going to put a little zip dry around the edges. And another thing, this is why I like my zip dry. It's down there. Okay, but I can move it around with just my thumbs, get it nice and perfect. And you can find this zip dry on our website as well. So now I am just going to attach that right there. So we're going to put a little bit of glue here. Okay, and we're just going to basically center it. Here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. I rubbed too hard. Don't rub too hard. I had water on it and then it seeped through. You get the gist. And now it's still Okay. Being a little rough with my card, aren't I? All right, so now we're here. You have this little strip of hearts. This we cut out for everybody, but you can get this die. It is a Karen Burniston cake trims. So it actually was made to go on her pop-up cake. Okay. I'm just going to sit this on here, right along the bottom, get it nice and square, get off all the extra glue, and I am just going to take my scissors and just cut off this little piece, just like that. So our front is done. Now we're going to open it up, and I don't want to see this on the back, and I don't want to see it. It looks unfinished to me. So that is why, and I'll show you where we're at. So that is why I included an extra embossed heart just to put over that, and so it just hides the edges of the fronts. Okay. I'm going to put that right there like that. Now the center of this is really easy, of course, but what we're going to do is we're going to lay it in here, and we're going to get it perfectly lined up with this one so that you can't see it from the fronts before you open the card. Okay, so now I know it goes there, and I'm just going to hold it down, put a little bit of glue here. Okay, and another really good reason for zip dry, because you can move it still, like I've said 100 times, in place while it's wet. Okay, got that done. Now we are just going to put the glue, put this in here. This is a really cute little quick card that anybody can make. This is a stamp from Riley & Company as well. Okay, now this is our Riley holding a heart, so we are going to color him up. And once you rub the zip dry off of the places that you don't want it, it gets on your workstation. You just have to brush it off. Okay, so for Riley, I always use E33 to color him. You can use whatever you choose, but I always use E33, and I usually always use Copics. I just like them. They blend well, and you can shade really well with them, and you can shade with just one pen, which I really like. And what I mean by that is, if you know anybody that does Copics and they're really, really good at it, part of the fun of Copics is collecting them and then using a bunch to shade with, because the depths that you can get with Copics are amazing. However, not everybody wants to have 320 some pens, so I learned a long time ago that if I want to shade this little guy, I can do it with the same original pen that I started with. You just go over it again, okay? Now, I don't want all of it to be a shade darker, so I'm just going to go along his sides here and just in his ears, okay? And just underneath where the heart would be, okay? And just around his little hooves. And you can even go a third time and it will work. This little trick will work. So now we've got him shaded. I'm going to come back and I'm going to save the E47, which are his antlers and his hooves, for last, because it's a lot easier for dark to cover light. So the first color that I am going to use is an RV10, and I am just going to go over this whole heart. Now this heart I am going to do a little bit of shading on, so I'm going to use a couple different red colors, pink colors. So this is an RV10. It's one of my favorite soft colors. Now you can leave it pink if you want, but I'm going to go a little bit darker, and I'm just going to go on one side. So we're just going to bring in a little bit here. So we're going to pretend that the light is coming this way. So this is where it's going to be dark at. That was R81. You can skip that step if you want and move along to RV02, which I am excuse me, which I'm going to put on here. right? And see, that is shaded fine as it is. Or you could even go a step further and come back in and add a little more. I think coloring is very therapeutic, so I can just go on and on and on and on and on. Now, if you want to blend it very well, you just go back with your original color and just blend over everything. And everything will blend perfectly. Then we're going to come back in. We're going to color our hooves. And color his antlers. And we are done. It's one of the reasons that I love Riley stamps. They don't take a long time to color and you get a super, super cute image. So we are just going to put a little glue on him. And just pop him right in place. And there's your card. Super easy. Now, if you notice mine glitters a little, glistens, glitters, sparkles, whatever you want to call it. All I did, one of my favorite tools in my toolbox is my Stardust Stickles. I buy it 6 and 8 at a time because I use it a lot. It's glitter glue is what it is by Ranger. And Stardust tends to go with absolutely everything. It will take on the color of whatever you put it on. So what I'm doing, if you can see the raised bumps, all I'm doing is just adding stickles to the raised part of this card. And I get the question a lot, well, how long does it take to dry? Well, it depends on how heavy you put it on, right? So we are just going to go over all of those. It doesn't take any time at all. Now, being careful not to touch it. Oh, I should have straightened my card up. I think I could probably take it off now and redo it. I'm not going to, but I could. I think it is still okay to do that. If not, I'm not going to fuss. I'm going to add my stickles, and then I'm just going to add the stickles to the heart that he's carrying, and we are finished. And there's our card. Let it sit to dry, and you'll be completely done. Now, just to recap, everybody, we have our show specials that for new release, and we have a special for this event only. You don't need a code. Once you hit $75, we'll throw in a free grab bag of stamps that were discontinued last year. So you don't have to worry about the discontinued list this year. Plus, we have free shipping at $25, always during our new releases. The complete Funny Bones pack is only $98. It's regularly $123. The Mushroom Lane die and stamp combos. Put both of them in your cart and you will see that you get them for only $25. The Dress Up Safari set, you get the stamp and the die for only $32. That's going to save you almost $5. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.